Good afternoon. Thank you, respected elders, members, and Chief and Council for having me do a presentation on what I do. I currently work for the British Columbia Family Information Liaison Unit, formerly known as Highway of Tears. I work with the families in throughout Canada. I am the first male they hired to work with the families in Canada. So, and it's so happy to be home, to have the opportunity to speak on what I do. And Stony Creek is a big part of it because majority of my education and knowledge came from our elders. The late Sophie Thomas, Stanley, Mary John, my grandmother Amelia David, Mary Keown, Alec Johnny, it goes on, and we all know who they are. Part of a job that I do is we get involved with investigations on cases of missing and murdered people throughout Canada, and they've added men and boys to the MMIW, so that's one of the reasons why I got hired. So I work with families for that, and it's been it's an up and down area to work with because I get to do outreach work like I'm doing here, and I also work with the families. And when you hear good news, bad news, our team are the ones involved to visit and support the families. Majority of the things we do is we support the families, and during the investigations, we do the coroner's report. We get involved with that. We go in and support in the court case. When they're sitting in court, we're there for support. We find support from counseling, and when you're not getting any answers from the RCMP, we're that people they point to, and we give them a nudge and say we need some answers for our families. And as you know me, I'm not shy on asking for those, and especially when you're working with the government and RCMP and whoever involved, because I keep telling them when I go to these meetings, you guys may give me a check, but I don't work for you. I said, I have a brother that I lost. Everybody knows that. I said, that's who I work for. You guys give me, like I said, you give me a check, but I work for my brother. I'm a voice for my brother. I'm a voice for the families of all the missing and murdered throughout Canada, in the States, and I'm fortunate being part of the Red Dress Society. I sit on the board of that. I sit on the board of Northern Coalition for Highway of Tears, and I'm mandated to do these following. I have information here on what I do. We have postcards and brochures, and I have a business card, so I'll be here all day. If you have any questions, concerns, tips, a couple of days ago you had a team of RCMP here that was involved in a case, so I'm part of that agenda where I set up meetings and so that the RCMP can go in and talk with families, and it's a trying time when I do cases, because at some point we got to try to find closure for our families or the missing, and I honestly don't think there's such words as closure for that when you're going through that ordeal, because you could be directed in that direction, but you're not going to find closure. How I know that is because of my brother Scott. I'm also involved with the Indian residential school, and I have interviewed a lot of our elders on that in our region, and Kamloops region, and that. And I just want to say something about when they found the kids. I took part in that. I went to Jack. Everybody was, you notice our people, we didn't do riots or whatsoever in this. When we found the kids, we honored them. All across Canada, we honored the kids. And then I said, we got this backwards. We didn't find the kids. The kids found us, because now we're taking back our culture, our heritage, our language, you name it. We're taking all that back because I believe the kids not only woke up the world, but woke up our people in general. So that's just a brief overview of what I do, and if you have any questions in that, I'll be available.
Thank you, Debbie. Any comments or questions for Peggy? Peggy, thank you.
Thank you.
Next presenter, Lady and Robert Denny. Robert, would you up here? 4 years.